Hello. Today I want to talk to you about von Wilebrands. It's something I had never heard of before until I don't even know how many blood tests done on me because I had this issue where I was constantly in pain and bleeding a lot and never understood why. Like, why do I have longer periods than most other females? Why do I have more pain? Why? So there was a lot of questions that I had, and I had a lot of pain and stuff. And so this is why I eventually went through a lot of blood tests and blood work and found some answers. So basically, this issue means that your blood has a hard time clotting. You might bruise easily, you might get a lot of pain. I've been fortunate that as I've gotten older these last couple of years, finally it's getting better, but from the age of 15 to 24, I would bleed for 2 weeks at a time, which for periods for women is not normal. To have 2-week periods is actually not normal. That's actually a lot. A lot of times women will become anemic if this happens. So I was fortunate that I actually never became anemic, and I never had a supplement because I was eating enough things like tomatoes and other things like spinach that naturally contain the vitamin C and iron both. So I was fortunate I never became anemic from it, but I did definitely have a lot of pain, and actually I was almost fired from at least one job that I can recall because of my genetic bleeding issue, von Willebrand's. So in some ways it's similar to hemophilia, but in some ways it's different. So mostly just affects O blood types. Hemophilia is mostly just found in males, actually. It's similar to von Willebrand's, but different. So hemophilia is a lot more life-threatening. It's mostly just found in males. It's like very tiny percentage of females can even get hemophilia. I don't remember what it is, but it's very, 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 like, almost never. Whereas von Willebrand's is not crazy common either. It's just a lot more common than hemophilia. So hemophilia and von Willebrand's have certain things in common, but then there's a lot that's different too. And there's different levels of von Willebrand's, and I'm sure there's different levels of hemophilia on like how much people bleed and how much pain they experience, and various specific symptoms. Yeah, I wish that I had known when I was younger that if you have foods and herbs that naturally contain vitamin K, this will naturally help your blood to clot without creating a bad reaction. So I tried this herb, shepherd's purse, which is an herb that some people use and don't have a problem with it. Maybe one of the problems why I had a problem with it is because I made a stronger infusion of it. For one thing, I didn't just have it as a tea, but I made a tincture form of it, and I added alcohol with it to make the herbs stronger, and so maybe that was the mistake as well. But I think certain herbs just don't react well on people either. Because when I used yarrow in this other mixture, which does a similar thing that shepherd's purse does, but in a more gentle way, never had bad reaction. But then I also never mixed it in any alcoholic fusions, just the tea, which is a lot more mild. So the good news is usually there's certain foods and herbs that can help, make this better, but I don't really know if it 100% goes away, but I can say as I've gotten older, now I just bleed for a week at a time instead of 2, so that's a huge improvement in itself. But even still, it's crazy because I still bleed a lot for that 1 week at a time. So, yeah, I hope more people will become aware of these different things. it's interesting because the doctors don't really 100% understand it. They don't really 100% know like really what causes this. You know, they think it's a genetic issue, but they don't really truly understand like what causes it. But I can say it definitely made me tired a lot, and you know, almost got me fired from one of the jobs I had when I was younger because I could not stop bleeding, and unfortunately it wasn't my fault. It wasn't really anything I could control. And so basically after I had quit that job, then I decided to go through the blood work and understand like, okay, so what was this health problem that I had been experiencing all these years? And so yeah, it's I noticed that when I was younger, I would get these bruises that would take forever to heal, and luckily as I've gotten older, I've noticed that the bruises are healing a lot faster. So that's the good news, is usually as you get older, it seems like your body eventually, even if you have something like von Willebrand's, it seems like if you continue to try to have a healthy lifestyle and you just, you know, continue growing older, that it does hopefully get better to some degree by itself as you get older and you continue to have that healthy lifestyle. But I really hope that more people have awareness of more things and educate more people about things, because, you know, we shouldn't have so much discrimination and acting like, oh, everybody can do 100% the same thing, when certain people maybe have certain health problems like that or other things that actually maybe they can't do everything 100% the same because of it. And it's not because they're not trying, and it's not because they're like horribly lazy or stupid or something. So yeah, I would say, you know, have more compassionate awareness for people, and yeah, everybody make sure to get plenty of vitamin K. It will naturally help your body to be in balance and naturally clot easier without causing a problem. So organic kale is one option, organic nettle tea, nettle soup, and there's various other things that contain high amounts of vitamin K, like a lot of your really dark greens, like spinach actually is another option like that too. So anyways, yep, peace, health, happiness, respect.